Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jess Strom Show. This is Katie Tetzlaw. It is Tuesday, January 23rd, and we are with the lovely Miss Hayden Robinson as our special guest today. Hayden, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, Hayden, for the viewers that don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself to Vulcan Nation?
Hi, Vulcan Nation. I'm Hayden Robinson. I am a recent Penn West graduate, #alumna. I graduated from the School of Communications, and now I am a grad student in the Corporate Communications program here at Penn West.
All right, let's go. In recent grad, one of my favorite all-time pictures of any graduate, you and Blaze, the mascot, at the Convocation Center in December graduation day. Such a huge accomplishment. Congratulations, number one.
Thank you.
And number two, tell us about your road here at CalU. Are you loving your degree? Tell me a little bit about your academic journey here so far.
So first and foremost, I just have to get this out of the way. Yes, I am still in study hall. Hopefully doing this will get me out. However, other than that, I really love my time here. I love my classes, my professors. The communications program is really great. I feel like I'm learning a lot and doing a lot, so I feel like I'll be able to go anywhere with any job that I want.
Okay, and so let's say in a dream world, which this might be reality one day, what is your dream job with this communications undergrad and corporate communications graduate?
To host a talk show.
I would love to watch. I would be a viewer. I would be a fan. I am there for the Hayden Robinson talk show.
Thank you.
Who would celebrities or who would you want to I guess host to talk to? What is do you like pop culture? Do you like current events? What do you love? Sports?
I would honestly take a little bit of everybody. My first guest would have to be my dad, though, or else he would probably be like, Hayden, I'm the one who gave you your communication skills. So my first guest would probably have to be my dad, but then after that, honestly, I feel like it would have to be Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Seriously.
Hey, I could see this, and I'm here for it, and I would be a viewer, and I think that's awesome. Obviously, for the viewers out there that don't know Hayden, I mean, unbelievable personality skills, bubbly, the life of the squad in terms of just being genuinely in a good mood most, if not all of the time, except for when you're put in study hall. I know that was a frustrating time, but listen, our job, right? Did we not tell you when we, even when we recruited you as a senior out of high school, our job is to make you better academically and athletically. And I feel like we are really trying to hold up our end of the bargain. So if study hall is going to make that happen, Hayden, we got to do that.
Be in it. Okay, that's okay. One of these days I'll get out of study hall.
Not that much, not so much time left, but we still have some time, which we're excited. So, all right, so something to get back to. Let's get back to basketball. Okay. That's what I will say so far about the year.
Me too.
For Hayden Robinson, and nothing that you can control. So last year, we already knew Achilles out, started the year off strong in preseason, and then on a cut, a nice little tear of that other Achilles. Not the good one that we just have surgery on. Had that and made your way back.
Yes.
Then had another small tear.
Yes.
Do you like the little?
Yeah.
I mean, does that? I feel like it's really giving an idea of
it really is.
What you're
That's
going
exactly
through.
what it sounded like. It felt like to me.
Yes.
As well.
And then just when we're getting back, I mean, and you had a heck of a practice going on. I mean, you were having a dominant day on the glass, rebounding, finishing. You got popped in your face, stitches, which I think it looks great. I mean, we're not going to bring attention to it.
Yeah, please don't.
But, I mean, on the ground, tooth through your lip, stitches. Does it get any easier from here?
I really do. I always joke with my roommates. I'm like, I have the worst luck at CalU in Convo. Convo is the place where somebody is torturing my voodoo doll. I don't understand. But like you said, it's a hiccup. So hopefully when I get the stitches out, we'll be back and running. Knock on wood, no more injuries for the season.
Listen, I believe it. I believe it. I feel like you're just listen, there's a new path.
Yes.
There's a new destiny for Hayden Robinson's
I agree.
season this year. We are on a new course. As soon as we get back, which a couple more days, I think maybe Friday.
Yes. MK, if you're watching, hopefully Thursday.
MK is our athletic trainer. Shout out to MK.
So we got MK, hopefully Thursday.
Yep. She gets to make the ultimate decision
yes.
on that. So we're hoping everything heals up great and we'll be ready to go back to practice.
Yes.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. My dad always jokes with me. He's like, Hayden, Coach Jess is so sick of you because you have played barely for 3 months. And he's like, you have not played 3 months for that woman. I was like, you're right. I'm probably going to get kicked off soon.
But the effort is there. I mean,
it is not for
the
lack of
intention.
trying. It's not
the
at all.
intention, the effort is there.
Right.
100%. It just, like you said, maybe a little bit about a bad luck, or just maybe, hey, this is somebody challenging you, saying like, listen, Hayden, you get through adversity, you figure it out, and then you make way. But I will say this, great attitude about it. I know, I'm sure it's frustrating.
Yes, but I just feel like if I was frustrated every day, like it would be more miserable for me. So what's the point?
Absolutely.
In doing so. So I'm going to go every day with a good attitude. I'm going to encourage my teammates. And just because my role isn't physical, I still have a huge mental role on the team, which I really take pride in.
No doubt. And on the bench too, like your voice is heard. I love it. A lot of energy, always positive. I mean, getting after it, which I know in general, myself, coaching staff, let alone your teammates, greatly appreciate. So kudos to you, Hayden, for that. So let's talk about what you're most excited for. Obviously, we have a really, really huge stretch of conference games coming up. Viewers out there that don't know, UPJ tomorrow at home. Then we go on the road to Mercyhurst, on the road at IUP, and then we have home versus Edinburgh, and then away at Gannon. Some big time games coming up. What are you most looking forward to, Hayden?
To see how well the team comes together. I feel like there's a lot going on right now outside of basketball that we are all trying to deal with, but still come back on the court and be one as a team. So I'm really excited to see.
And that's whether that's injury or personal stuff going on, some things going on. Like, it's just sometimes the start of school, a lot going on. Yeah, a lot going on. So it's just kind of figuring those outside things out and to bring that into the basketball. And how do you think we'll be able to do that?
I think very well. I think everyone on our team is up for any challenge at any time. So I'm excited to see how the team comes together through our long stretch of games.
2 weeks full of let's get after it. And, what do you think those practices are going to look like? Might be a little different with so many games in between, but Cal U stays Cal U.
I agree. I think that everyone's effort is always good, so I'm never worried about effort-wise. I just think that we're going to have to really fight through the fatigue, which we always talk about, and I think that we're the team to do it, so I'm not worried about anybody.
Love that, Hayden. I just love that. You get me fired up. I feel like I want to go. I want to just get ready. Like, you get me fired up for the day.
Thank you.
And so far, your time at Cal U, what has been the most memorable? I know we still have some time to go, but what are some really things that you have taken? Obviously, friendships. I know you're close with a lot of members of the team and live with members of the team. And I'm sure it's just a fun atmosphere and laughing because you guys are always,
My roommates are crazy.
Yeah, you guys are always laughing and there's always something funny going on. That's one thing. This team is not short on laughs.
Personalities correct.
Yes. There's not a lack of humor.
Yes, I agree.
If you want to say that on this squad, because it gets me sometimes. I mean, there's times where I have to get myself together because somebody will say something and it's really that funny. But you got to stay focused and do what we're doing. So it's mostly outside the court, but every once in a while, someone will.
I feel like it's at least once a day, once a practice. But I feel like that's what keeps us on our toes.
Absolutely. When you went down, it was not funny at all, but it was, right?
But I had to play dead a second because I was like, there's actually no way Alicia just did that.
I mean, you were coming down the lane.
I was. Pretty close to full speed. Pretty close to full speed, I will say.
And she stepped in at the last moment. And
blocking foul, by the way.
I actually agree.
Blocking foul?
Blocking foul.
Thank you.
I know people were saying charge.
No.
It was close. But I would say if I was officially the official, definitely blocking foul.
So Alicia Harris, blocking foul.
Yep, and I think you scored. Did you score? Did you make it?
Okay, so I heard that I missed, but then Macy got the rebound and scored.
And put it back.
So still a score.
And there was major controversy
over that basket. We're not counting the basket, but
major controversy. Two things. Do we count the point because there was an injury?
Yes.
Yep, because guess what? We don't stop.
Exactly. That's what we preach. We do not stop. So I think the point should have counted.
Did it in the end? Does anybody know?
It did. Point did count, Coach Jess. General consensus, point counted. I had to be carried off the court. However, point did count.
You got that. You got the dub for the squad.
We sure did.
Yep, and that was
a good day.
I'll tell you, it was a great day. We had a
really good practice that day.
Yes, and the matchups were it was wild in terms of, really even games in that practice. But I mean, it was super competitive. But like times like that, even though it's miserable, you have blood rushing down your face. There were still some times for laughs, and you came back and you just started shaking your head, and everybody just started howling because it was the way you came about it. Like I love that about you.
It was not like I personally, like for me, I feel like I have a high pain tolerance, so I wasn't like mad at anything. I was just happy that everyone was all right, and I came back down. I was like, Alicia, there's a hole in my lip. So you need to have the best practice ever because there's no reason I just got off for no reason.
I mean, you had blood from head to toe on your jersey, on your shirt.
Everywhere.
And you came back to practice. And I was like, yes, Hayden. Like most people would have stayed in the athletic training room. You came back like a wounded warrior.
Like I had to. I feel like any part of the team, when anyone's missing, the vibes are different. Yeah. So I wanted to still be there and show that I was okay, I was all right, and that I still want to praise, for lack of a better word, their progress.
Man, a girl. Just love it. Well, talk about some memorable moments so far. Let's talk. Like just some funny stuff, maybe, or some like really things that like have melted your heart, or anything that you think about when you think about Cal and your experience so far.
There have been a lot of memorable moments for me. My first one is obviously winning the PSAC. That was insane, so much fun. So much fun. And then like honestly, just day to day, like. I last year, as I was saying, I was hurt the whole year, so I was just always sitting at the end of the bench. One of my favorite things all the time, every single game that happened, me and Coach Jess would always lock eyes, and I would be like, "So do you want me to go in the game?" Like, I can go in. Like I'd be looking at her like this. That's always a funny moment for me during games. And then also my favorite is whenever somebody scores, gets and one or whatever, and the whole bench just stands up and, and everyone is like on the same page and we're all sharing that energy. Those are one of my favorite times here ever.
Yeah, I love that. That's good stuff. And for the viewers out there, why don't you share, what your thoughts are on our team so far? Obviously, we know we have a long way to go, but what are some of the vibes that you like about this year's squad?
I like that everybody contributes something meaningful to the team. I like that everybody is always willing to come in and be competitive. And I really love that everybody, no matter what your role is on the team, everyone is supportive. I really think that support and energy goes a long way, and I think this team has a lot of that.
Awesome. And you heard it first from Miss Hayden Robinson about the Cal U squad coming back from injury, ready to go. And I know that there's going to be good vibes heading your way, and we're looking forward to like a really, really fun career with Miss Hayden Robinson. So, folks, there she is, Miss Hayden Robinson. Up next, we have Miss Jessica Strom.
Woo!
Come on out to the Convocation Center and support men's and women's basketball for the 2023-2024 season. The Vulcans are looking to put the PSAC on notice this year after both teams are picked towards the top of the preseason conference rankings. There will be 13 men's games and 16 women's games at home. Follow calvulcans.com for any update. All games will be live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC network.
Come out. Our team's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of good players. I think we play the game the right way, very up-tempo. I think we're going to be able to score some points. I think our defense is going to be great. Our guys have great energy.
Come to our games. I think once you get here, you'll really like what you see. I think it's exciting. These players put in a ton of time, a ton of effort to put out a good product on the floor. And like I said, I think it's super exciting, and you really want to come back.
The legacy began in 1973. That was the year NCAA Division II was born. And since the very first day, our division has shaped generations of student athletes with a true sense of academics, athletics, and community. That is 5 decades of graduations, championships, teamwork, and personal development. 50 years of shaping student athletes into world-class leaders. NCAA Division II. Our division, our legacy.
And we're back with the Jess Strom of the Jess Strom Show. Today's January 23rd. Looking at that date, and that 23 reminded me of 2 things. Jessica Strom's number and MJ's number.
Not LeBron.
Yes, well, yeah. I am the old school. So yes, LeBron is in that category, but
Me first. Then
you
LeBron.
absolutely
Oh.
before MJ. I mean, it's got to be Jess Strom in the Lady Lion navy and white uniform. Were you 23 in high school?
I was 22 my first 2 years because a senior had it, or junior and senior had it.
You
And
were
then
low on the totem pole.
Yeah, and then I got it.
And then you scored a couple points, and they finally gave you your
Well,
number.
she graduated, so then I got
Oh,
it.
you probably wouldn't have got it if you
No,
weren't.
I waited it out.
Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah,
You got to
wait your
go with
turn.
it. So, did you pick that number because of MJ?
Yes. of
Duh.
course.
I tried to get that number, but I just wasn't good enough. I think they probably gave it to the best player on the teams, and it's probably a little always just right
You
under
are
their.
42.
Like I'm a 42. Like I'm a great role player. I'm a great teammate. Set screens, rebound, like do those things. Like score. Just I think they give it to scorers. I mean, it comes with the territory a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe.
I think so. Or if you have some pull with maybe the people that are giving it, like
If your mom or dad, then you
yeah,
get it.
if your mom or dad is on the school board, maybe you got a chance. Anywho, Jess, let's talk about. We have highlights. We had Slippery Rock. We had the show. We had a bye week on Saturday. Awesome. So we have to go back to Clarion.
yeah.
At Clarion, heck of a game. OT, baby. Second overtime game of the year for us.
Yes.
2 OT winners for us.
Yes, both much closer than I wanted them to be. But I guess if we have to learn how to play in close games, you can take a positive from that.
You'll take a W.
I will, anytime.
And we were on the road, and here we are. Obviously, this always shows offensive clips. Nina getting to the basket, a nice little up and under right there. Thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I thought we were just a bit off. I thought we could have more energy, obviously. Something we got to figure out, though, because on the road, we have said that before. So, I think one good thing, though, we did watch this with our players, and I think they understand more when they watch it on film. So, I think we took that away from them. But obviously, some good stuff, too. To come away with a win. Clarion's record is not great, but we said it, before. They're much better than their record. So, gave us a game, then they gave Gannon a game on Saturday. So, much better than their record seems. And obviously these clips too, you see some good things. That's what we really need to see more of, like to see steals, 2 scores for us. But it's a work in progress. You gotta just keep grinding.
Yep, and no matter what the score is, no matter how you feel about the game, no matter how you come off the bus, the goal is to get the job done, and we were able to do that. And I think there were some big plays, some people stepping up to play. I know that Kamaya had seen, I believe, the most minutes that she had so far in her freshman career, stepping off the bench. And, Deja had a really big game in terms of scoring underneath the rim. Alicia with some rebounds, and, I know Alicia Young had some points, some jumpers that were available. So I can't remember. I feel like it's been a long time.
It does. When you have a bye, it seems like a long time.
Yeah, when you don't play that Saturday, you're just focused on to the next game. So I feel like I can't even remember the stats. But at the end of the day, when that W goes in the column, that's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 30. At the end of the day, you just want to get that W. I think it's just more about feeling comfortable, gaining momentum going into the next, more than getting that W. And like you said, close games, that's good to learn from. It was good for us to stay poised. We made some free throws down the end. So, I think it was good at the end of the day, but if we would have lost the game, not good.
Not good at
So
all.
to come out with the W was big for us.
Yep, and this is the part of the season, as well as I know, we have a huge stretch coming up. Obviously, we have a home game tomorrow, which everybody come out 5:30 p.m. tomorrow versus UPJ at home. It's our first home game since all the students have been back.
Yes.
So excited. It is such an odd time playing when everybody's on break in the gyms. Don't get me wrong, you get family support, you get administration support, but it's really tough when there aren't the loud students in the stands.
It's really nice to have the students. It doesn't matter if there's 50 or 300. You can hear them.
We appreciate
They're loud,
it.
yeah, and we appreciate them a lot. And I think our players are super excited. To have some of their friends back in the stands and just make it feel like a home game.
Yep. You want to have that advantage when you're playing at home. And we are playing an excellent Pitt Johnstown team. veteran team. They have played together. Crawford coming out scoring in bunches. They have a lot of veteran players. Their starting five, I believe, have played together for
At least 3 years.
at least
4
three,
years, yeah.
3+ years together. So a good group. Coach Drehos does a great job. Tons of sets to guard. Just a really good team right now in the PSAC.
Yeah, they always are solid. They have been solid for years, and like you said, they're veterans now. So they have played, all of them, and not just on the team. They have all played. They got a lot of experience. So they just work well together. Their system fits them, and they do a good job.
Inside out balance.
Yeah.
And you got to guard them. They can put up some points, get stops, and they just know each other. I feel like they make really, really good reads off each other, and I think that's a byproduct of them playing so many years together.
Yeah, it definitely is. They pass well. They move well. They're a good team. For us, we're going to definitely have to communicate because there's a lot going on with them. They move quickly.
Yep. And we're excited to get back at it. I feel like maybe after that Clarion game where we didn't think that we came out, we were off, had the opportunity, like you said, to watch it. I think it was a wake-up call in terms of our team of what we need to do to be a championship team, and that's, you have to get wins right now.
Yeah, you have to. Whatever you have to do, you have to get wins, and especially at home. You really have to take care of those home games because any game on the road is difficult in this league. It really is. I don't know what it is about home or away, but it is. There is a difference. So, especially when you're at home, you got to take care of yourselves. And I do think watching it helps because I think they think one thing, and then when you actually see.
And really break it down.
And when you have time to do that. So, like with our bye week, we had time.
A lot of time to really stop. We go through and we watch clips and you do all that and you say discussions, but to really sit down and spend a lot of time clipping it up, taking a look, and then going through play by play. Hey, what did you see here? Or, hey, this is what we could have done here. Or, hey, this doesn't look like us.
Yeah.
I think that they took that to heart.
Yeah, I really do. So I'm excited to see tomorrow how we come out. I think we'll have tons of energy. I think they understand this part of the season's important. Every game. The standings are so close in the PSAC right now. As you can see right there, Gannon obviously is ahead of the pack right now. But after that, man, it's one game. And, if you don't take care of yourselves, you can find yourselves in a bad spot. Everybody is literally one game apart after that except the 8 and 9. So these games are important. Everybody's in a cluster basically. 2
through 7, and there's no room.
Yeah.
And there's room for error, but you just won't go where you want to go.
Yeah,
there is room. Everybody has. I don't want to say it's not like we're not at the point of the season where it's lose and go home. But the whole point of it is to put yourself in a position to get into the PSAC playoffs, make a run in the PSAC playoffs, win a championship, get to the NCAA, and make a run. Is that not the goal?
It is, and it starts. It started, but it really starts now.
Yeah.
It really starts now when you look at those standings. So, it's just like every game, but having the end in mind, understanding what you're playing for.
Yeah, and the whole thing is you have to be able to get to the end of the year. You have to be able to take care of every game. That is a hard concept. Because if you win, you want to get something now. But that's just not how it goes. Now, I think what we get is, like you said, momentum, confidence, cohesiveness, energy off of that. And then, like you said, if you lose, you have to learn. You have to fix it.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. So it's over halfway through the regular season. So it's wild. We have these games and then we're going to be starting over again.
Yeah, because we only have, I believe, left in this season, given 12 games
12
left.
games. That's it, before playoffs.
What?
Yes, 12 games.
It's almost the end. I'm looking, the end of January.
Yeah. So it's go time. It is time. There is no more time, to look back at a game and be like, man, we really didn't take advantage or play our best or give our best effort because there's no time for that.
And don't you think that this is the time of year where people make that climb? After break, you've gotten a little more time to kind of focus just on getting better and, school's not in the way. Now you have classes added. This is the time where you have to start
this
making
is
the
it,
climb.
because All the new people on your team, they're not new anymore.
There's no excuses.
Yeah, there isn't.
There's not even built in. Well, I think that we're firm believers. There's still not excuses,
Yes.
but there's not even built in excuses. Freshmen, they're no longer learning the
know.
system. They know the system. Transfers, they no longer are learning the system. They know.
They should.
Veterans, they have to know. And then it's basically putting everybody together and what you learn. By now, everybody knows everybody's sets.
Yeah.
You might have a few tweaks in here, a few wrinkles, add a few quick hitters. I don't think anybody is reinventing the wheel at this time.
No, it's just
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody will come up with something crazy.
It's just
in the
about
league.
who executes. Everybody
Who-
has different styles. Everybody, plays their own way, and it's about who executes the best, basically. Who comes out to play, who plays harder.
Who's focused?
Yeah, it's like who wants it more, because everybody is very evenly matched most days. Obviously there's some great days and some bad days, but if you're pretty even and solid, you can win those games.
Absolutely. And I'm just loving. I love looking at the PSAC. I love looking at the teams we have coming up. I love focusing on, there's been nothing better to spend some time on UPJ and figure them out during the bye week. I love sitting there. Tell me, how many games did we watch on Saturday? We were on the phone.
Fun.
We were on the phone like, hey, did you see this? Hey, oh, did you see that? Oh, look at this close one. Hey, what a shot. Hey, look what they're doing different. Like, if you're not like that, what is the point?
Yeah, it's the best time right now because everybody is fighting for that playoff spot, and it seems early, but it's not. So those games are really important. Like Edinburgh went to IUP and beat IUP. That's a big game for them. That's a big win for them. So it's just like every game, man. Every game is
so
fun. Yeah,
so amazing. And again, this is why you come in ready to go, and this is why you play the game, to kind of be in this kind of atmosphere. And Jess, would you say the pressure is on everybody, and not just Cal U, just everybody?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it pressure, but there is a sense of urgency right now. I would say that everybody kind of feels because it's so close. If it was not so close, maybe not.
If there was a gap.
Yeah, the gap is so narrow that I think there is a sense of urgency. Every game is super important.
And, let's go past, we don't look forward, but in terms of the show and where the viewers need to know the information. We play Wednesday at home. And then again, here's the upcoming schedule once again. At Mercyhurst, leave it on Friday, go the day before, head up to Mercyhurst and play a great team there, and then have to face, again, people that we're all fighting. Like, this is the chunk. Wouldn't you say? UPJ's in the chunk, Mercyhurst second, IUP's in the chunk, Edinburgh's in the chunk, and then Gannon's at the top of the list. You talk about one heck of a upcoming schedule.
Yeah, it's crazy to look at that. Because like you said, UPJ is a really good team in the mix. Then you go to Mercyhurst.
Second right now.
Yeah, they're
Who has
second
to play
right now.
Gannon?
They play Gannon tomorrow, then they play us. It's every night. Like it really is every single night.
Battle of the West.
Yeah, it's the best time, man.
Yep.
It's the best time, but you got to show up. Because, winning is the fun part. Let's be honest.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, let's have so much fun, and winning is fun.
Yeah.
Isn't that where
that's
the
fun part?
No one's losing smiling on the bus home.
Yeah.
No one's losing at practice. Like,
Well, you just put in so much time and effort. The players put in so much time and so much effort. You just want that to be rewarded.
you want it to come to fruition.
Yeah.
That's like whenever I see anybody working out after practice, putting in shots. Like, I just, well, no matter what, I'm rooting for Cal U anyway. But when you see people putting in that work, and you want them to reap those benefits. And that's how I feel about our squad every year. I feel like we work.
Yeah, they work extremely hard. So you want it to pay off because that's what you preach, right?
Yeah.
You work hard and you get good things happen to you. So
Typically,
Yeah.
The ball can go in your favor
Yeah.
if you put the work in. But at the same time, isn't everybody working hard? That's what I always say.
that's why you got to outwork.
You can't just do what is required.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to do more. Everybody, isn't that just the minimum?
Yep.
Hey, congratulations, you work hard. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. I always crack up at that. Someone told me that, and I'm like, I was younger. Oh, I was working hard. Were you?
Everybody is.
That's the bare minimum. Okay. Yep. So it's always good. And, just what are you looking forward to? Obviously, super happy that we won close games. Have been in a lot of close games, really close games.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of everybody putting it together at the same time. I'm waiting for that.
Do you think it has happened?
Has it happened?
I think there's been 3 games that we have really.
Well, I think there's been glimpses.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
I
know
mean like
full
3
games.
solid games. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, but I am waiting for everybody to have their best games
Click
together.
on all cylinders.
I think we'd be really hard to beat if that was the case. If everybody, not perfect, but everybody
Yeah. Well, there's no such thing as
showed up
really perfection there.
with, their best.
Yeah.
I think that
on
would be
both
hard
ends
to
of the
beat.
floor,
Yeah.
offensively and defensively. It seems like there's days when we just have just an insane defensive day and we just can't put the ball in the hole.
Yeah.
And then there might be times where we, have put up some points and then maybe have kind of missed some assignments that we typically don't. But
Yeah, I think maybe the first half of Slippery Rock was kind of everything together, offense and defense.
isn't that the truth? That felt
individuals making plays. So I think that was kind of close.
Westchester.
For a whole game, I would
I
like
think
to
about
see.
Westchester. I feel like we played really.
Or second half of
Fairmont. I feel like we just played some really good defense there and have built. And I think there, like you said, there's been glimpses. There was a point, even in the Clarion game where we were kind of on a little bit of roll there, but just then maybe missed the layup, missed the free throw, different things like
Just
that.
40 minutes. That's what I'm
Isn't that just-
excited for.
Yeah. And I think it's attainable. I think we're making our way. I feel like we've been on a little bit of a roller coaster. But I don't know. Something happened to me in my gut watching Clarion.
Yeah,
I think I told you after that, I said, oh, let's go.
Yeah, I think we're going to put it together. I do. Like I said, we have a lot of. You forget that these kids are new to our program, a lot of them. So this is the time, and I think they have it. I think they got it. I think they understand expectations. I think they work extremely hard. So it's going to click. I do. I think that.
That's right. Let's go. And so, folks, you heard it. That's the word on the street about Cal U women's basketball. Huge game tomorrow, Wednesday, January 24th, 5:30 p.m. here at the Convocation Center at Cal U. Also, watch it on what's the website? calvulcans.com, where you can hop on there, go to the women's basketball schedule, click on live. You get to see us play. And, thank you to CUTV, who always produces our games and puts them out for the viewers to watch if you can't make it to the game. Then we are on the road at Mercyhurst this upcoming Saturday, and then obviously head to IUP, and then once again, Edinburgh at home, and then Gannon away. So, excuse me, we have big upcoming schedule here for the Vulcans. Super excited. Come on out, and we will see you soon.